Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about an interesting situation, man. Now, when it comes to Baton Rouge rappers, you know I always key in on what's going on with Fredo Bang, NBA Youngboy, and so on and so forth, man. Both sides, TBG, BBG, NBA, all that, right? 4K Trey, Quando Rondo. Well, today the plot thickens just a little bit more because a Baton Rouge artist by the name of FL Dusa just got released from jail. Now, this is going to be a controversial situation because there is a lot of bad blood for Dusa in Baton Rouge and as far as artists who are on. Now, before he went to prison, everybody wasn't as big as they are now, but now that he's been released, I mean, the whole landscape of Baton Rouge hip-hop has changed dramatically and drastically, man. You're talking about cats like NBA Youngboy being one of the biggest stars in the world and Fredo Bang on the come up as being one of the biggest stars in hip hop. You know what I mean? So this is a interesting situation and his story is just as interesting. So before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Dusa just a little bit, man. So in order to do this and paint the narrative, man, let's go all the way back to 2018, man. Now, there was a situation that went down in June of 2018 where a man was arrested for a shooting that took place and injured two people. Now, this shooting took place in Baton Rouge, and man, this is basically what the news story said. It said a 19-year-old Baton Rouge man was arrested Thursday in a June 3rd shooting on Kentucky Street that injured two people, according to a Baton Rouge police arrest report. Renard Davis Von Tat Clifton, man, them names, man, down there in Baton Rouge in Louisiana, man. I always got that French twist, I guess. Of 2335 Carolina Street was booked in Parish Prison on attempted first-degree murder and illegal use of a weapon. Police said Clifton, now Clifton is Dusa. That's allegedly Dusa, right? Now, police said Clifton was one of at least three separate gunmen involved in the shooting in the 2000 block of Kentucky Street. One person was shot 3 times in the back, while another person was shot once in the bicep, once in the calf, according to Clifton's arrest report. Now, investigators found approximately 27 spent shells. I mean, they was letting it off, man. That's crazy. And multiple anonymous tipsters, and that's the part we're going to get to in a little bit. Multiple anonymous tipsters, and one of the victims identified Clifton by his nickname Dusa as one of the shooters, police said. One victim also identified a second shooter by name, but police do not identify that person in the arrest report for Clifton. The victim also told investigators that his family members and Clifton were having some problems, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so back in 2018, he got arrested for this shooting. Now, according to the arrest reports and the records, man, it was for first-degree murder. So I'm not sure if he plead out for less time or whatever, but the math just doesn't add up, man. But anyway, man, they got news last year that he was going to be released, right? And a lot of people were talking about it around summertime 2020, but that never happened. It actually happened just yesterday, and he was finally released. He even put out a video himself like a month or two ago and basically let people know he was coming home.
Be home, man. It won't be long, you heard me? Red, you heard me? Yeah. Hold it down, like 1,000, you heard me? Just.
Now, as we slide forward to 2021, this weekend, Dusa was released, right? Now, there was a mixed reaction because there's a lot to deal with this story, man. So, Dusa, man, he's sort of affiliated with TBG. You even had cats like, Seven Hardaway come out and say something about him being affiliated with TBG back in, it was like a couple years ago he made that post. But, that's always the assumption that he's affiliated with TBG, right? And there's been a lot going on as far as him being locked up. And NBA Youngboy and BBG Baby Joe have been at the top of people saying things about him. Now, he's been included in several different songs allegedly, right? Now, NBA Youngboy and a lot of the people from BBG have been throwing shots at him since he's been locked up. Now, it's alleged that he was also, like Youngboy himself, dissed Dusa on the song Dead Trolls. And it was also alleged that BBG Baby Joe mentioned him when he was talking about the fat dude talking gangster on his joint, man. So, man, there's a lot going on there, and they've made a lot of claims as far as what they're going to do when Dusa gets out. Now, on the positive side, or TBG, you had One Theezy, you know what I'm saying? Bang Biz One Theezy send him props, and you had a lot of people sending them shout outs as far as him getting released from jail. And everybody is under the assumption that he's going to sign with Bang Biz, meaning Fredo Bang's label. And even though he had his own thing, FL Boys, it looks like, man, that might be the case. Because, I mean, Fredo Bang is winning. And if Dusa already has a name, a little bit of buzz, even though it comes with some negative controversy, it seems like a win-win to sign him under the label. But, I mean, you never know what's been going on since then, because these talks have been carried on since back in the day. So I'm talking about, like, years. So you don't know if those relationships are the same, but it looks like for the most part, folks from dudes from TBG have been sending them shout outs and sending them love. Now, NBA Youngboy has taken to social media and said something specifically about Dude, but man, we can't play a lot of those clips because they have some music. Now, on to the next thing that we wanted to talk about, man. Fredo Bang. So it looks like Fredo Bang has gotten to it again with NBA KD. Now, if you look at NBA KD's social media, it looks like, man, it's pretty much locked down. There's not much going on there. You know what I mean? It looks like he's not saying much. So I don't know what set Fredo Bang off this weekend, because Fredo Bang basically went on another diss NBA KD type of tirade. Now, for those of you who don't know, NBA KD is a member of 4K Trey or NBA Gang, however you want to chop it up. And the rumor is that, you know, he lost the ability to walk due to some senseless gun violence, which should be a cautionary tale to anybody young out there about hearing these stories and glamorizing this. Man, there are real consequences and real stuff that goes down. You know what I mean? Now, him and Fredo Bang have been going back and forth a lot on social media. Like, NBA KD has said some really, some messed up stuff about, like, King Von and other people. So it's not like a one-sided thing. They've always been going back and forth. But I sincerely could not find the reason why Fredo Bang was put this video out right here. I'm going to show it right here, where he was just dancing and basically taunting NBA KD, man. Like, talking bad on him, man. Real bad. So it was crazy to see because, you know, it seemed like their thing cooled off, but every once in a while they get back into it. Now, with the whole Dusa situation, Fredo Bang, NBA Youngboy, this is shaping up to be an interesting story as far as Baton Rouge hip-hop is concerned. Because with Dusa coming home, there's going to be a lot of information released because allegedly, man, somebody out of NBA Youngboy's camp actually was responsible for getting him put in jail. Now, I'm not saying they're responsible because you're responsible for your own actions. You know what I'm saying? Especially as an adult. Whatever you did is what got you in jail, right? But they're saying that somebody on that side was actually telling, and that was the reason why there were so many anonymous tipsters and people that, you know, let people know who to find or whatnot in order for him to get incarcerated in the first place. I'm telling you, this is shaping up to be an interesting narrative. And once he gets signed and starts putting out music, because dude can spit. He's actually nice, and I like his beat selection. Very Baton Rouge, like everything, but, you know, it's decent, man. It's really decent. Now, with that, what do you guys think? Do you think FL Dusa and FL Gang, man, jumping back into the hip-hop gang and getting noticed, or him getting signed is going to be a big deal and a big splash on the TBG side of things? Or do you feel that maybe this thing has died off? It's been a lot of dissing back and forth, and they've made some claims, but man, they're in such a level on the NBA side, 4K Trey side, that man, they probably need to focus their attention elsewhere. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace. Oh yeah, make sure you hit that like button, man.